I decided to move up to this area of Connecticut here, Cornwall Bridge, after meeting a friend of mine and also a gallerist, Rob Ober, who introduced me to a realtor in the area, and we found this train station for rent, the Cornwall Bridge train station from 1890, and I was kind of tired of painting in Williamsburg and Bushwick and wanted some new stimulation to paint further into the Northeast nature, and wanted that influence in my work again, and also a significant amount of isolation to work on 3 bodies of work. And so I decided to come up here to rent this historic place, which I thought would really engage a new body of work, and it's been a very rich experience, and very happy I did it. And the place has just been a wellspring of intriguing experiences, even in a rural area like this, just seeing this nook and cranny of history and that, and then this preserved thing and that historic plaque. And I had traveled through here as a child and teenager. Incredibly inspiring to be in, to work in this kind of solitude and peace, really giving me a significant amount of time to review where my work is heading and review my decisions in my life.
When did you do this one?
I started working on this only a month after moving up here to Cornwall Bridge, and I was so eager to come back to the area, travel to Vermont again after moving, to Cornwall Bridge off of Route 7, that I just got in the car one day and I just drove up, towards the Green Mountains, and drove all around Route 7 and saw this area up there that I felt quite affected by. And I also had a postcard here that I had as a reference material, so it was a composite kind of source, traveling there in the car, driving, having, working from the composition of this postcard, memories of being there prior. And I just came back to the studio and started painting it the next morning.
Did you start the portraits in this space?
Yeah, I generated the body of work from here primarily.
Yeah. They're also ghostly.
Yeah, well, that's one of the focuses on them. I want so much great figurative art already exists. I wanted to do something that steps outside of that. This is the church that I have lived by for the last year here. This kind of poignant reminder of how some early American culture started. So I found this to be fascinating, this kind of symbol of this church here.
You made a number of paintings that more or less reference churches from the area.
Exactly. So this is a church from Kent, which I've then altered with the different kind of overpainting. Here's an interpretation of the church in Litchfield, Connecticut, using this kind of rich violet and purple and kind of dark kind of overlay.
Your work's always been about this sort of
invocation of these landscapes, and at the same time you're kind of fragmenting them and breaking them apart. And so that's going on. That's always been going on.
These works are a diving board away from landscape. Yeah, it's I think a significant transition piece. This was work from a year ago, and then I thought, no, I'm going to continue this theme with the purple and the darker colors. I even thought I would just make this an even pure dark purple background, but I just started with a wash, almost to clean a brush or something. The scrawl and the kind of heavy metal writing and the stream of consciousness. Yeah, this piece symbolizes that. Well, what I like is this. I like the idea of, like, say, a warrior from like 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, regardless of what tribe. What kind of marks would they put on their shield? How would they mark themselves with tattoos? Or how would lovers mark a picnic bench in a park, a state park here? Kind of instinctive, self-personalized marking I'm doing to my own painted surface. Very free-form stream of consciousness painting.
Oh yeah.
More like a kind of post-Dubuffet, Basquiat kind of a Twombly-inspired zone, words and just marks and scrawl. This is a harbinger, but landscape will still be allowed in at points as a cameo appearance.
So you see this as kind of transitional, saying goodbye to landscape almost.
Yeah, exactly. That's
farewell.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of, at least for now.
You're almost packing up. This is your last week here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to enjoy the last 4 or 5 days here and gather my things and focused on my move back to New York and preparations for my show at Kansas Gallery and just move forward from there.